Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me. You can use the chat to reply. If you have any questions, you can also leave that in the chat. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. I hope I'm audible. We will wait for 1 more minute. Hello everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are joining today, and welcome you all for this session. And today we are going to talk about Microsoft certification. So we all are doing this certification, and those who are new to this, like even you may be confused with where to start and how to proceed with. So this particular session is completely about like how to start with and how you can just proceed forward with the Microsoft certification. Okay, so let me just give you a small introduction. I will not take more time on introducing about myself. Those who have joined through the link, I just want to give you a small introduction about myself. I'm Dr. Gomati. I am a Microsoft certified trainer, Microsoft most valuable professional, Microsoft community lead, Microsoft learn expert, and recently I have published two books on Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. And I have completed almost 3 to 4 fundamental courses, like fundamental certifications and also the advanced level certifications. So today I'll be diving you because I think I have completed more than 9 certifications in Microsoft, okay, through Microsoft. So I want to share the experience on how to do this. Okay, what are the various levels of certifications you can do, you should do, okay, based on your expertise, based on your skills, or based on even if you are from a college, or even if you're a student, how to start with a career. So I'll be telling you all these things, and after that, we'll be just moving forward with your AMA. Like if you have any questions related to these certifications or something, you can just ask me. Okay, if you want to connect with me through LinkedIn or any other social media, you can just scan this code. I will share this code even at the end of the session. Okay, let us just straight away go to the Microsoft certification learning path. We will I'll just give you what is certification and everything. Within 30 minutes, okay, and then after that it's completely a Q&A. You will be asking me question, I'll be answering you all these questions, okay. So stay with me till the end. I'll also tell you how to avail 50 percentage coupon for your certification and what are the various steps for that, okay. So can you all just reply in the chat if you are active? Can you please reply in the chat like what is your expectation from today's session? Quick, let us have like 2 minutes of time. Just tell me what is your expectation from today's session. It will be very easy to understand like what you are planning, and whether I will tell you whether this particular session is for that what you're based on your expectation, or else if it is not, we will plan another session. Okay, so that is what I just want to hear from you. I'll enable 2 minutes of clock. Let me know whatever, like you can just, if you want, just raise your hands. I'll unmute yourself. I'll just try to unmute. Okay, if not, you can just come like tell the chat. You can communicate through the chat. So, however, you are okay with. It'll be great to see your chats and everything. Yes, I hope someone is typing. I'm just waiting till this. I'll be waiting till this time. Okay, I have enabled the timer. So before that, whatever you want to share with me, please share. Oh, great. Thank you, Piyush, for your message. Like personal development, self improvement, and skills. Great. Sure. I will be telling you like what is Microsoft certifications and how you can develop your skills based, how you can choose your certification based on the skill. Okay. Definitely, I'll be telling you. And any other response? If so, please just ping me here. I'll be happy to see those things. We have the timer enabled. If you don't want to share, okay, no problem. Okay, so I'll be waiting till this time. So we'll be seeing like what are the various levels of certification as well, because like if someone is starting as new, or someone is entering and they want to start something, so we cannot directly make them to learn some advanced topic, right? So it will start from the foundation, like a fundamental certification, okay? And from there, how you can just progress, how you can just move forward. This is what we'll be seeing today. Okay, so how to make your time more easy with choosing these certifications for your career. That is what we're going to see. Okay. So yes, any questions if you have, you can, if you want to share something like what is your expectation from this course, you can just ask me. Okay, so only we have 2 seconds. Okay, great. Thank you. So yes, the first thing is, first and foremost thing which you want to know is what Microsoft has 3 levels of certification. Okay, the first level is foundation, that is fundamental. So based on the fundamental will cover what the basics of everything. Okay, it won't involve much coding, or it won't involve much detailed explanation, but those fundamental certifications will take you through the all the concepts related to that particular skill. For example, if you're keen in learning data analytics, okay, so the fundamental thing, you can just go ahead with the data fundamentals. We have data fundamentals here. I'll be showing you that here. Okay, just wait. So that is what fundamental. So from that fundamental, you will be just moving forward to the next level, which is what associate level, okay, which is the intermediate level of certification. You will understand and you will do the intermediate associate level, which is the intermediate level. And finally, from that associate level, you know, you will be doing the advanced level, which is like expert. Okay, expert level of advanced level of certification. So this is what the flow of certification. Okay, if you feel like, no, I know something about the data, okay, I don't want this fundamental, then you can directly go ahead with the associate level. But you should always just see what are there in the fundamental level before you just proceed. Okay, this is what my thing. So in Microsoft, we have various things, like we have various skills they are just following. The first one is infrastructure. Okay, if you're someone who is doing the admin level of things, like if you're planning to, if you're doing some admin level, then you have to just go ahead with the infrastructure. Okay, this is the skill for infrastructure. And next to talk about is what the data and AI. So if you are keen in managing the data, and if you wanted to do so much of things, like if you want to make the data dance and find the intelligence from the data, then this should be your skill. Okay, and the third one is digital app and innovation. So if you are very curious about the digital apps, like for example, if you want to become a DevOps engineer, or if you want to become an Azure developer engineer, then you should go ahead with this one. Okay, this is what digital app and innovation. And the fourth one is the modern work. Okay, so if you're someone who is very interested in something like Teams or Microsoft 365 fundamentals, for example, you may be very interested in Word or document, PowerPoint, like if you're very much interested in all these things, then definitely you can just go ahead with this word, other modern work. Okay, so here I'll be showing you all these, what are the various things involved here. Okay, so don't worry. So I'll just show you all these things. And next to talk about is what business applications. Okay, so what are the business related certifications you can do? For example, it may be a CRM, that is customer relationship management, and it may be something like yours if you want to become a sales functional consultant. So this business application, which involves everything into the business based thing, like power platform, which involves like starting from your power apps, power automate, and everything. And if you want to go ahead with something like a business central, like how you can just make it. And even if it is like a power platform developer, supply chain analytics, something which is completely related to the business. So that is what here we'll be talking about, which is the business central. This complete certification, you can see it's all about the business applications related. And finally, it comes into the security. So what if you wanted to become something like, if you are very keen in making or your organization more secure, or if you want to make your thing more secure, then you have to go ahead with the security. Okay, so this is the overall skills which you have. Okay, if you are falling under any of these skills, if you want to do any of these skills, then definitely you can just start choosing which one you want to choose. Okay, this is the first one. And here you can see that you have three levels, as I told you, like the first one is the fundamental level. Okay, so if you are planning to do the infrastructure, then you have to do this AZ 900. Okay, this A is at 900, which is Azure fundamental. So what they will be talking in the Azure fundamentals is what completely about what is Azure, and what are the various types of clouds, like public cloud, private clouds, hybrid, and etc. etc. They'll be talking completely about the clouds. Okay, and if you want to go ahead with the data and AI, what is the fundamental level of certification? You have to, if you are choosing data as your skill, then you have to go ahead with this Azure data fundamentals. You can see here, right? So Azure data fundamentals. So every certification has its own certification number. Okay, if it is Azure data fundamental, it has GP 900 you have to do. So also you can see that all the basic level certifications has this code, which is 900. If it has the code 900, you should understand that yes, that is a fundamental certifications. Okay, so if you want to do data and AI, you have to go ahead with the fundamental certification. And there is no fundamental certifications for digital app and innovation. Of course, if you wanted to learn Azure Developer Associate or DevOps Engineer, here AZ, you should learn this Azure fundamental, because these things we'll be doing it in the DevOps line. Okay, so in that case, you have to go ahead with the Azure. So you should know what is Azure. So that is what. And then if you're choosing your modern work, then MS 900 is what the basics, like if you have to do MS 900. So you can see here that all the fundamental level certification has this 900 as the code. Okay. And next one is what your business application. So in business applications, you have various levels of thing. That is because since they have various thing, like for example, Power Platform. So Power Platform has all these things like what to say, Power BI, Power App, Power Automate. These things, individual will not use it. So as an organization, if you want to build something for the organization, if you want to do some automation work, to automate the mundane processes or something like that. Okay, so for that you have to create all these things, like you will be learning all these things. So if you are very keen in creating an app, or if you are very keen in creating something like a app or Power BI, if you want to do some data works using the help of Power BI, something, you will be going with this business application where you have to do this business Power Platform fundamentals. Okay. And if you are very interested in doing these things, like for example, CRM, which is a customer relationship management. So in this, or your ERP, which is enterprise resource planning. So if you are into it, you may be knowing what is ERP, but you may not be knowing like how you can utilize those ERP, that is Microsoft based ERP. Okay, that is Dynamics 365 ERP. So if you want to learn that, you have to just go ahead with this MB 920. This gives you some basic understanding about all these things, like what is this and how you have to how these things are structured. Like you can learn all these things here with the help of your fundamentals. Okay. And then if you are going to do the security, then security compliance and identity fundamentals. Okay, these are fundamental level certificate. So I'll be sharing this link with you, like why this link is very useful, because so if you just click here, like if you click on any block, that is any fundamental certification or something, we just right click and do the open in a new tab, it will take you to that complete learning path. Okay, that is what I love in this particular um, link, like the PDF. Okay, I'm just sharing it here in the chat. You can just find it. Okay, so which one? I'll just share it. 1 minute. So here you can see this is, I just got it from, you have to download it. Okay, I'll just take it from here. You can just browse the credential. um Okay, like in the end, I'll be sharing that. Okay, so I just downloaded it. I'll just share it with you. So just give me a few minutes. Later on, I'll just share it with you. Okay, so what happens is your any block, anywhere, you just click it, like I'm just clicking on Azure AI Engineer. You just right click and click open, it will just open here and you can find the complete learning path for this, like complete learning path. It will tell you like this is what the complete course. Okay, designing and implementing Azure AI solution. So getting started. So how many learning paths you have, what is the renewal frequency, and what is the role? If you want to become an AI engineer, you have to learn this. Okay, and then what is a product, everything you can see from here. Okay, and coming to the point, the renewal, right? So no fundamental like you have all the fundamental level of exams, right? So no, the fundamental exams, for and fundamental exams, there is no expiry date. Okay, once you have cleared, yes, it's for you lifetime. But associate and expert level has its own expiration. Okay, so it may vary right from your 12 months towards something. Okay, so mostly it will be like 12 months. Sometimes it may be like 10 months or something. And expert level also has this expiry. Okay, so that you can easily find from this place. Okay, so you can see in specialty you have only few certifications are there. Okay, so dynamics customer insight specialty or something. So if you want to go ahead with these expert level, then you should be very careful like how you are planning to do that. Okay, so for example, you can see here I'm just clicking on this Power Platform Solution Architect Expert. So you can find that few certification also has the prerequisite, if you want to do this PL 600, you have to see whether it has any prerequisites to do. So you can see here they are showing the certification prerequisites. What are the prerequisites you have to do? What do you mean by this prerequisites? So this prerequisite is something like if you wanted to pursue this particular PL 600 exam, that is, what is this PL 600? Power Platform Solution Architect Expert. Okay, if you want to do this, you should have completed this one, that is the Power Platform Functional Consultant Associate, which is PL3 200. Okay, or else option 2 is Microsoft Certified Power Platform Developer Associate, which is PL 400. Any one you have to complete. They have given you two options. Any one option you should have completed. Then you can understand what is this. Okay, like what is Power Platform Solution Architect Expert. Only if you have completed any one of this, you can understand. Okay, so and you can also see here about what you will be learning. So here you can see prerequisites. They have mentioned something here. And also they have mentioned like if you want to renew the certification, when you have to renew and everything. Okay, if you want to understand about what is this renewal process, everything, just let me know. I will schedule another call and another session for this so that we will not just mix up everything in a single session. Okay, so this is what you have all these things, like you have all these such of certifications given here. So this is the overview of the certification, and I just want to show you this as well. This is the certification at glance. Okay, you have nearly 72 certifications in Microsoft. I'm just sharing that in the chat. Okay, you have nearly 72 certifications. So you can choose which one you wanted to pursue. Okay, so based on your requirements, based on your skill, based on your expertise, or if even if you are a new if you are new to this, like if you are new to Microsoft certification, or if you are new to your this field, certification, it may be the field or anything. If you want to do this, you can just go ahead and check here. So everything completely you have to think. Yes, cloud, in cloud you can just go ahead with Azure. Okay, even in Azure, because Azure is a big one, right? You if you want to just master the cloud, only the cloud, for example, SaaS, software as a services, or platform as a services, something like general thing, anything related to administrator or something, you can just go ahead with this, like I'm just showing you how to browse for that. Okay, so here I think you can see that you can find this is the products. Okay, in the left side you can see these are the products. For what are the products they have certification, like Azure. If you wanted to do the cloud, you have to go ahead with Azure. Okay, if you are very much interested in Dynamics, that is it might be the ERP, completely related to the organization level, for example ERP or CRM or supply chain, something like that, you have to go ahead with the Dynamics 365. Okay, so if you want to protect, or if you want to maintain the security of your complete organization system, you should go ahead with Microsoft Defender. Okay, next one is Microsoft Entra. Of course, that too, like it will give you all the keys and protections to your endpoints and API. And if you want to if you are looking for Microsoft apps like Power Apps or Power BI or something like that, then you have to just choose this one, which is your Power Platform. Okay, so this is Power Platform, and finally it's a Windows Server. This is the product. Okay, they have. So once I have selected this product, I have selected Azure, right? I have selected this Azure. Immediately what happened, you can see the result. You have 22 results for Azure. Okay, and once you scroll down here, you can see in Azure you have various roles. You have to understand like which role you wanted to go ahead with. See, in Azure, if you want to go ahead with cloud, you have administrator level, AI engineer level, like data engineer, data scientist, database administrator, developer, DevOps, functional consultant, which one you want to just go ahead with. So I'm just going with AI engineer. Okay, if I select AI engineer, If you wanted to master that in Azure cloud, and if you on Azure, if you want to know what is AI engineer, if you want to become AI engineer, you have two results. That is, you have to do two certification. One is the beginner level certification. So how will I know that this is a beginner level certification? You can see from here, that is Azure AI engineer beginner. Okay, so this is your AI 900, which is the AI 900 is the fundamentals, and the next one is what, like Azure AI 102. I think AI 102, which is an intermediate level exam. Okay, if you're choosing Azure, that is a product, and under that, which role you wanted to do AI. So you can choose, you have two options here. Okay, I'm just deselecting this Azure. Okay, I'm deselecting this AI engineer, and then I'm deselecting this Azure. So you have nearly 72 results. Let us just go ahead with the Microsoft Power Platform. Okay, in for Power Platform, I have 7 result, which means that if you want to just master Power Platform, you can do any one of these 7 certifications. Okay, now let us just go ahead with the roles. What are the other in Microsoft Power Platform? What are the various roles I can choose? Okay, that is also here. What are the various roles I can choose it? So the first one is the app maker associate. Okay, so app maker or data analyst, if whether you have to do go ahead with the data analyst, or what, whether developer or a functional consultant or a solution architect, what you want to do. So I'm just going to go ahead with the app maker. Okay, let us just see how this app maker is working. So just to select this app maker and see how this is going to happen. Okay, let us click here. So once I have clicked app maker, so what happened, like it is showing me, I have one thing here, which is Microsoft certified Power Platform fundamental. Okay, and this is what you can do. I'm just unselecting this app maker. So once I have unselected this app anchor, I have this data analyst. So if I'm clicking data analyst, you have to do Power BI data analyst associate. So if you are very much interested in becoming a data analyst, you have to do Power BI data analyst associate, and then uncheck that. Then you can see developer. If you want to become a developer, you have to either do Power Automate. So Power Automate is what, if you want to automate your organization's repeated task, you can just go ahead with the Power Automate. Okay, so this is the one, and the next one is Power Platform Developer Associate. So if you want to become a Power Platform Developer Associate, that is which involves PL app, Power Apps, it also has Power App, Power Automate, as well as some sort of like small introduction to the Power BI. So if you want to go ahead with the Power Platform Developer Associate, you can do that. Okay, if you just click on this particular link, it will take you to the complete learning path of that. Okay, so it is showing what are the things which you will be learning: customer user experience, custom business logic app, system integration, data conversion, custom process automation, complex power effects formula, workflow expression, and these are the skills which are measured. Okay, all these things they have told, and you can find the complete learning path for that modules and learning path. Use imperative development, techniques, Canvas app, everything. Okay, so here you can find extremely, like, all these modules are given. The only thing is you cannot find the video tutorial for all these topics. You can see most of these will be the article. Okay, it will be a written article, you can just read it. Okay, and something is what, like, sometimes you can just go ahead with uh, some few modules may have videos. Okay, it also has the videos. So it's and each and like most of the topics has exercises and check your knowledge. For example, if I'm selecting this, like optimize upload is fine. So if I'm selecting something like, okay, perform custom updates in Canvas app, or use anyone, I'm just selecting one here. You can, if you just scroll down, most of the important modules, like, okay, get started with Power Automate. Let's just go ahead with and introduction to expressions. Okay, so here you can see they have also given the complete exercise, like you have to do the exercise, then you will be understanding how these things works. Okay, just click on right click and see. You can find each and every exercise with a proper screenshots, and what are the expressions you have to give, everything you can find it. Okay, so this is what the advantage of learning Microsoft certification, where you will be, if wherever is possible, wherever you have to do try it out, it will be there. Okay, and it's not mandatory that every module will be having the exercise. Few modules may not have exercise. Okay, and in the learning path you can see that how much time it will be taking to complete this complete module. So see, in order to complete this module, it will take approximately 34 minutes. Okay, they have just mentioned the approximate time. It's not the exact time. If you are a fast learner, you may complete it within 20 minutes. If you need more time to understand the concept, if you are a beginner, then you may even take more time. For example, it may exceed 45 minutes. Okay, so only thing I'm just suggesting is, what please don't divert yourself when you're trying to learn something new. So just keep on learning these things so you can easily learn it. So this is how you can browse. Okay, so how to browse your skill. So if you are very much keen in cloud, okay, so go ahead with Azure, and then under that you have to think which role best suits you. Database administrator, you may want to become a data analyst. I think yes. George, so can you tell me, like, which is your skill? What is your area of interest under cloud? You asked me, like, Azure, right? George, does Microsoft still give free cloud sandbox for learning? Stopped it for a few region. I'm not sure which region they have stopped, and they are not giving free cloud. Okay, so when you just log in for the first time, they will be providing you $200 free. After that, there is no free cloud. As of now, they have stopped it. Might be in the future they may restart it. Okay. Yes. Just post your questions. I'll come back to the questions. Okay, so this is what you have to just think, which one is really suits your interest. Okay, so based on that, I would recommend to start with learning the fundamentals. Start learning from the fundamental and then just carry forward to the intermediate level and the expert level. Okay, and also don't forget to see the expiration date, because many people, they will do hard work, they will complete it, and then after they will forget the renewal date. What happens if you forget the renewal date? If you are completing within this renewal date, then it will be great, because you don't want to again pay for the exam. Okay, each and exam has its own fees. Okay, so if you're just going with the fundamental level of certification, let me just click here. Okay, so certification, let me just go ahead with beginner level. So you also have levels of certification. Okay, I'm just selecting beginner level. So what here it comes like Microsoft AI fundamental. Okay, and here Azure data fundamental. I'm just selecting Azure data fundamental. And you can see here, in order to complete this, it will take 45 minutes to complete this assessment. That is, I'm talking about the exam. Okay, final exam. And what is the cost? You can check it from here. Okay, if you're from United States, which country, you can select from which country you want to see. If you're from India, you have to pay nearly 3,691 rupees. Okay, I just got second year BBA. Great, Piyush. And still I want to become master and data analyst, but I'm beginner. What path do I need to follow? Yes, Piyush, I'll just help you out here. So if you are very interested in data, what I can suggest you is first understand the data fundamentals. Okay, because in college, because I started my career as professor. Okay, I know like what are the topics they'll be covering there, and how like they'll be just giving you an overall overview of these things. Okay, but what I would suggest you is what, just go ahead and learn from the basics of data, how to understand data, how to understand various types of data, and everything. Okay, so if you are new to the data, I would recommend you to start with the Azure. Okay, Azure Data Fundamentals. So here you can click Azure, and down if you see, you can see data scientist, data engineer. Okay, either you can select both, or else I would suggest you to start with the data engineer. Anything AI, everything needs data, right? Your AI engineer also needs data, your data engineer also needs data, your data scientist also needs data. So if you want to go ahead with the scientist, you can see you have to do this Azure Data Scientist Associate. But I would recommend you to understand what is data. Okay, for that you should do Azure Data Fundamental. Okay, that is what I usually prefer. So this is what Microsoft Azure Data Fundamental. So as I showed you initially, if you are very keen in becoming your data, okay, if you are keen in become something related to data, either go ahead with this Azure AI Fundamental, okay, or Azure Data Fundamental. I will recommend you to go ahead with the Azure Data Fundamental. Okay, so here what you will learn, that is what the biggest question you will be getting it right, what you will be learning. Okay, Azure Data Fundamental, just go make scroll down, you can find like you will be describing the core data concept. Okay, this you will not be learning in your college. Okay, I'm just leaving that link here. Okay, so you will be learning the core data concept here. That is the first one. Okay, and then identify considerations for relational data on Azure. You will be understanding how these Azures work. You will be describing the non-relational data. You might have learned about SQL, which is a relational database. Here you will be understanding non-relational data and describe an analytics workload on Azure. So these things you will be learning everything step by step, and you have to spend this time here. Okay, so if you just scroll down, you can see you have only 4 learning path here. Okay, and for the first learning path, the approximate time is 45 minutes. Second one, 1 hour 13, 1 hour 12, 2 hours. For approximately it will take 6 hours to complete all these one modules. Okay, so we'll be conducting like certification programs, 1 day complete program where we'll be explaining the concept. If you are keen and interested in, I can just forward if we are handling this TP600, which is free for to the students. Like we will not be charging anything. So through the college, like this is not for one student, for a college, those who are really interested, we'll be teaching that. Okay, being a MCT, Microsoft Certified Trainers, we'll be teaching that. So this is the first path which I would recommend to you. And then if you are interested in Power BI, you can start with Power BI Data Analyst Associate. Okay, you will know how to make the data more meaningful, how to find the insights from the data, how to create how to create reports in the data, everything, dashboards and everything you will be learning. So what I will be suggesting you is first start with the data basics, and then go ahead with PL300. And if you are interested in Azure, then you can choose whether what is your role you want to become. It might be data scientist associate, data AI engineer associate, whatever, you can just choose it from here. Okay, Piyush. Okay, so the thing is like this is a good time to start understanding, learning. If you are a student, I always recommend you to start learning, because there is a huge gap between your college studies and career, your career. Okay, so please don't encourage those gap, because you really don't know how you have to become. Okay, all the best, Piyush. Yeah. I am in the course of finishing MB 800. Yes, sure, George. Are you? I'll be telling you, okay, like how to get the coupon code. Okay, so I hope you might have heard about. I'm not sure whether you are a part of my learning room. Okay, if you're not a part of my learning room, I'm just telling you, this is our learning room. Okay, this is micro. Microsoft Learning Room. We are learn experts. Okay, I'll be just sharing this link. I'm not forcing you to join only in my learning room. If you are interested in any of this learning, okay, each and every learning room has its own uniqueness. Like you can see, this is my learning room, which is Microsoft Tech Talks. So if you just click on this particular link, it will ask you to submit this form. Okay, this is completely free. I'm also sharing the this form link here. So you have to complete this form, submit this form. Okay, so please use the email address which you have, which is related to your Learn account. Okay, in your Learn account, you will be having in your Microsoft Learn account. So please use that email. If you don't have any Learn account, I would suggest you to create an Outlook email ID and then log into the Learn. How to log into the Learn? Just click on any of these certification. You can find there is a signing in options, right? You can just click on that sign in. Okay, so once you click in, like you have to log in with your Outlook account. It will also accept Gmail ID, but I would suggest you to go ahead with the Outlook account. Okay, this is the one. And once you have submitted these details, there will be 4 pages. Once you have submitted this, you will be getting a Teams joining invite link from Microsoft. Okay, you will get a Teams join. So once you have joined, you can ping me from there. If you haven't received anything, you can just connect with me. George, I just want to understand whether you are already a part of a learning group. Can you please respond there in the chat? I'll be happy to see that. Okay, if you are not a part of my learning room, please submit this form, and then if you will be receiving the email, that is, you will be receiving an email from Microsoft that you have joined in the learning room, and you will be added to the Microsoft tenant. Okay, once you are a part of my learning room, I can provide you 50% coupon for your exam. All the best for your exam, George. I wish you all success, complete it. And if you don't receive any email, like please immediately connect with me through this. This is my channel. Okay, so you can just connect with me through this channel. You can email, or else you can, there you can find my email ID. Okay. Uh, yes, you can even scan here. You can connect with me through LinkedIn. Okay. Any other questions? It's open to question. I'll be just adding more values, and I'll be adding more points to consider before you choose your certification. So I'll be conducting. I'm planning to conduct a lot of AMA sessions and lab hours for PL 300, yeah, on also for the data and AI. So all these things I'm planning to conduct in this year. So please join my learning room. Of course, I'll be creating this kind of registration link, and I'll be sharing with you all. So please don't forget to join the sessions. Okay. Any questions? So it's now open to questions. If you have any questions, you can just ask me here, or else I'll just continue with what are the other things which you should consider before you write the exam. Like you have to schedule your exam properly, plan your exam. That is important, because like you might have might have completed all the learning path, but it is good to plan your exam early. Okay, early in the sense, if you are planning to write the exam, at least give 10 days of time. Okay, so schedule for scheduling it. Example, I can say you for the example, if you are planning to write it on January 20, go and schedule it today or tomorrow, so that you will get the exact time and the date which you're looking for, the time. Okay, you will be very keen in using, you will be keen in fixing up the times, right? So please plan it properly. And then usually what I will do is what, I will first schedule the exam 30 days or 45 days. It may be later, but I'll schedule the exam, and then I will start preparing for that, so that you will have that urge to prepare. Okay, so I got a question from the attendee like, will Microsoft conduct an Ignite Challenge program to get a free certification voucher this month? Hi, I don't know I couldn't see your name. So Microsoft will conduct Ignite Challenge, okay, but not this month. Okay, they have already completed the Ignite Challenge has recently completed, I think 2 to 3 months before. Usually Ignite will be coming up in the after the August or September. So, but definitely they'll be conducting challenge. Okay. Even I think they have AI challenge, which has ended. I'm not sure whether it's ended or it's still there. Okay. If I hope it's ended. Yeah. So AI challenge, they'll be releasing a lot of challenges, okay, that I'll be updating that in my channel. You can find the channel here. If you want to keep update yourself updated, please share it. Okay, the free voucher, I'm not the free certification voucher, I'm not sure about it, because sometimes they'll be giving you the free voucher, and that too only for the top 500 or top 1000 members who are completing it. Okay, and that won't be like it's not I cannot assure you that they will definitely give you the voucher for all the challenge. Sometimes they will give, sometimes it's they'll be providing you a digital badge to add it in your resume. So it's completely like um, but like start preparing. I can understand because financially you require something to motivate you. That is what I told. I can provide 50 percentage Microsoft coupon through the Microsoft Learning Room, which is also provided by Microsoft for the learners. Okay, so what I would recommend you is what start learning it. While completing it, you will definitely get it. Okay, so you can I'll be announcing, I'll be just posting all the announcement in my YouTube channel. Like I'll be talking about these things and what are the upcoming events which I have planned and everything. Either you will also get it in my Teams, also you can find it in the channel. So either way, if you want to connect with me through the link, any other social media like your LinkedIn or something, you can also find it here. Okay, so yes, here it's open to the questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. And I'm planning to conduct monthly sessions, AMA, ask me anything sessions, like, and um, uh, lab house for like I'm expertise in data related one, which is I think myself and Piyush are sailing in the same boat. I'm very much keen in MB 820, that is a business central developer, and also I'm just I'll also have Power BI expertise. Okay, I'm part of the channel member and part of the learner center. Great, George. Then please, I'll just share a link with you. Okay, that is the initial forms link, which I'll be collecting it from the learners who are getting the coupon. Okay, please, I'll just share. Please stay here. I will share forms with you, another form with you, where I'll be just collecting which exam you are trying to appear for. Okay, it's a simple form. It won't take you much time. Please complete that form. I'll share the coupon through that email. Okay, in the form you will be submitting a form, right? I'll be sending the coupon to that particular email. Okay, so I'm just sharing it. Please complete it, George, and let me know. I'll be here. Once you have completed, I'll share the coupon code right away. Not here in the chat. I will share it in the email ID which you have. Yes, any other questions? If you have, you can please let me know, and please start learning it because it's good. Even if you're a student, even if you are a working professional, how this certifications will add you. See, we have all the knowledge, but why we are doing this schoolings, college, why we are completing a degree? Because to showcase our skill, right? Yes, I know this. Only if you complete this degree, it will be like if you are going for, if you are appearing any interview, they'll be knowing that. So that is the same thing. If you are completing any specific skills, which is related to your interest, people will be understanding. Yes, you have completed a certification, which you definitely you are something skilled. Okay, so it is always good to start now. It's not too late to start. So just initiate the process. Okay, that is what I can say. Any other questions? I'm here to help you, which is related to your certifications. You can just ask me if you have any questions related to your certification or something which is you want to ask, like which path, if you are confused about like which path you want to choose or how to progress with something. If you have, you can just ask me. I'm here to help you for that. Okay, so other than MB 800, I'm really into cloud. Do you think it's the best for the career change? Exactly, George. If you are, because cloud is like everywhere, it's like they are just coming into, right? They are already there. Cloud, okay, Azure cloud. If you learn any one cloud, you can understand anything, like even if you're switching into Google or Google Cloud or AWS or something, it is good to learn cloud. I always recommend that. And I'm just asking you, because you're doing MB 800, right? Are you a functional consultant, or you are also want to do the technical? Because like because since you told MB 800, if you are into a technical, I would recommend you to go ahead with the Azure DevOps engineer. But since you are, I think you are trying to do this MB 800, may I know the reason behind doing the cloud? You can learn, of course. It's good to understand the fundamentals of cloud and what does it do, what are the various platforms and services it has. It's always good to learn that. I will not tell don't learn it, but yes, yeah, I guessed it. You are a functional consultant, right? Yes, good. So you can do it. Okay, what I would suggest you is just start with the fundamentals of Azure. What is the cloud, what is the resources, how these groups are happening, basic fundamentals. You can just start with Azure fundamentals, A is it fundamental, and then you can just see here the business applications, right? You can just go ahead with this one minute, I'm just seeing. Um, so here, I think you don't have, but if you are into something which you want to become a techno functional, I can recommend you to just start with the Azure DevOps engineer. Okay, because this is completely for developers. There is there is nothing specific for the functional consultant in the terms of cloud. Okay, but since you're keen to learn, I would recommend you to go ahead with the Azure fundamentals. First, learn what is Azure and understand how it is actually working. Then you can gradually relate with all your terms and terminologies. Okay, of course, I think you're working on the Business Central Cloud or on premise. Sometimes it's good to learn cloud. Yes. I'm just waiting for George's reply. If anybody has any questions, it's open. It's free. It's good to ask. Please ask your questions here. I was really confused. My plan was fully certified BC consultant. I have seen or also been learning to code AL. Okay. George, it's a usual confusion. Even I usually have this confusion. Okay, because there, like every month we are seeing a new technology coming in, and even in Business Central, every month you can see some updations are happening. So it's a usual thoughts. Okay, don't feel like you're confused. You are really trying to upgrade yourself. Okay, so that's not an issue here. So if I'm in your situation, I'll just tell you, if I'm in situation, what I'll be thinking. Okay, so if it really makes you convince, then you can go ahead with that. Or else if you want to just go ahead with your own idea, please proceed. Okay, so if I am an MBA 800, like if I am a functional consultant, what I'll do is I'll complete the MBA 800, and then I will try to understand MBA 820 part of that is a developer part. Okay, how these customizations are happening, and because you're seeing everything, you will be a bridge between your clients and the developers. But what exactly the developers are doing, though, that is what my, so I am actually a tech guy. Okay, tech girl. Okay, so I usually wants to understand what is the part of functional here. Okay, what they'll be doing and how they'll be interacting. So I'm learning functional now. I wanted to become a techno functional. Okay, that is my primary goal. You can also see my, I think you told like you're a member. If you also see my YouTube videos, I also post about a functional as well as a technical. So first I will try to complete my environment, that is in business central. I want to become both functional as well as a technical. And once I feel like in like any, no one can be a big expert in all the concepts, right? Because everything is changing and updating. So once I'm comfortable with like, yes, I'm a techno functional. If you ask something, I can try to make it possible. Once if I feel I'm okay, what I'll do is I will just go one step ahead and start learning the cloud. Okay, so even in the cloud, it is good to understand as a functional and the tech in business central, it's good to understand how to add the users, how to give the privileges, like how to give the access to them, how to restrict the access, like all these things. If you know, it's good. Okay, so that is how I'll be doing it. Okay, so this is my point of approaching my career into. And I will not say no to cloud. Okay, cloud is now, it's the complete, if you ask me, after 10 years there won't be any on premise tools will be there, everything will be cloud. Because you can integrate everything through the cloud easily, but it's like installing it into your laptop or a PC, making a separate storage for that. All these things are making messy, right? So it's always good to learn cloud. Okay, learn cloud. Okay, start understanding it, but don't stress yourself much, and don't overload yourself. That is what I can say. I hope you got some clarity, George. If you need even more help, you can just ask me. Okay. Any other questions? If anyone has, please let me know. Thank you, George. It's happy to see your message. Like it's been helpful. Any other questions if you have, even after that? Jaj, if you are already a member in the learning room, you can also ping me through the Teams channel. Okay, hope you have submitted the forms. Once I see the email ID in the form, I will reply you with a coupon code. All the best for your exam, and I want to see you soon in the next session as well. Thank you. Is there any other questions? Should I wait or? Okay, then thank you so much for all your patience and your involvement and actively asking these questions. And if you have any further questions, you can connect with me through this any of the social media. I'm happy to help you. And please just have a look on eye on their teams and everything, so that if you we are planning to connect a lot of AMA sessions and events in the future. So don't miss it out and join it whenever you feel like it's essential. Okay. I think George is typing. I'll just wait for a few more minutes. Sure, George, I'll be adding more thing, how to get the internship and how to get the Microsoft internship from Microsoft. I will definitely add it here. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye bye. I'll meet you soon with the next event and next session. Take care. Have a great week ahead and have a great weekend. Bye.